hear us.
Yeah.
Can we actually move the laptop onto the screen? You know,
His laptop?
no, this laptop.
I got the recording going as best I can.
Is on his screen.
Is what they're gonna see.
He's gonna see as well.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
present him, just let him know, like, hey, if you're seeing just yourself, that's because that's what we're showing out in our video.
Okay. Megan, I don't mind rock and roll.
Are you ever gonna be in the little box with the screen?
I don't think so. I think the people there might be, so for questions, but we'll just ask them to speak up, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can,
Megan, that's my laptop presenting.
we can have him walk around this way.
That's
Anyway, I'm going to hit the here.
Hey, Megan. Both of us. There we go. Yeah.
Okay, good. We're about a minute or two away. Sorry,
We gotta get plugged in on our side. This is cool. I like this. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's that works for us.
Yeah, we'll rock it, and then you bump, and then we'll just drop right into it. Okay?
How to speak cat picture resiliency. It's what's on my screen right now. How to speak cat picture resiliency.
Yeah, that. Hello, Adrian, you still there?
We're still here.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
We're
Can we
here.
move?
Okay, good. Are you guys?
Are we what?
Are you all set up for us to get going?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're about ready. Megan's just
Waiting
finishing
for
up.
that, Megan? Yep.
It's Rupert speaking from a TV studio. This is so cool.
I can't see your whole slide though, Josh.
What can you see? This part of the slide or the slide of us? Or what do you?
I can't see D. I think what it is, it may be an issue on resolution on my side that I can't fix.
You think it's like a 16 by 9 versus 4?
Yeah, I think I fixed it. Never mind.
Oh, you got it? Good.
Yeah.
Good, good.
See, put one incident response. He responds.
Red lion.
Red lion.
I know, but you've had fun with us.
Keep it in the car. It's professional.
Like a reality show gone bad.
If you can keep an eye on it and tell us if people are raising their hand or anything like that, that'd be great. How's that sound?
Yeah, so just raise your hand so that we can see it.
Or she can talk to us. You know?
Well, I know she can, but at the same time, we're going to be...
Go ahead. Sounds good.
All right,
Megan.
so they're ready on their end. We're ready on our end, yes?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bill, you ready? Record. Bill, you ready?
Is anybody in?
Action.
Let's go. Whoa. Action sounds good. Let's do action.
Megan, you let us know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
This is only going on for 5 minutes.
Welcome to IT Pro TV. I'm your host, Don.
Live from San Francisco.
You're watching IT Pro TV.
Hi, folks. We are so happy to be presenting for you guys. My name is Scott Lyons. We're going to go a little bit into bio here very shortly, but I'm Scott. This is
Josh Marquette. Pleasure.
And today we're speaking about how to speak cat picture resiliency. Okay? And to do so, you need to know about how to make business case for proactive incident response. So first things first, let's go over who we are.
So, I'm Josh Marquette. I'm the CEO of Red Lion. I've been around the block more than once. You've probably seen me at a conference now and again. I'm the InfoSec megaphone. I am a member of CEO organizations Mission Link and Mindshare. I run Security B-Sides Delaware along with my wife. Occasionally I sleep. and I get to do a lot of stuff.
And I am Scott Lyons. I am the CEO of Red Lion. I'm a graduate of the School of Business of Hard Knocks. I've worked all over the industry, from commercial to government. I've been involved in multiple conferences, from ShmooCon to DEF CON to B-Sides Vegas, B-Sides Baltimore, now B-Sides Delaware, which is your conference, coincidentally.
Yes, it is.
Right? I hold a bunch of certifications. I'm not going to say just which ones, but what I really love and what drives me are people, business, and technology.
So before we go any farther, I just want to go over really quick that we are presenting remotely due to the courtesy of ITPro.tv. And we thanks Bill Gardner and Adrian and everybody at AIDE for letting us present remotely. We do appreciate it very much. But since we're in Orlando this week, it's kind of tough to get to West Virginia on the snap of a finger. We are presenting about cat photos. It's important. By God, cat photos are part of the most important part of the internet.
God, I love that picture in the lower right-hand corner, because it's just perfect for talking about the agenda. The wet cat, the hairless cat.
He picked the photo. I want to be very clear on that. He picked the photo. Okay?
Oh, it's not that bad.
Actually, I apologize. Let me interrupt. One piece of housekeeping. If you have any questions, we can't see you, but Megan, who's our producer, can. Raise your hand, and Megan is watching the Skype screen, and she'll tell us if there's a question, and we'll cut to you. Okay?
The screen's not facing anywhere near them.
So we're going to talk about cat photo. We're going to talk about incident response. We're going to talk about IR, business cases, how to speak languages and translating them, how to speak fluent businessese, and how to make a point. So let's make a point and get on with it.
But first things first, we need to talk about some cat photo data. So in the cat photo, we're gonna wait. There we go. In the cat photo data, we really have to ask why. Why are you so serious about this? Go ahead. The 15%, according to Breitbart, 15% of all internet traffic is cat related. I know, right? Here's a couple of links about more data, right? More data, grumpy cat versus boo dog, right? Cat videos, right? And no presentation would be complete without Nyan Cat.
Scott.
I had to put it in there.
Scott.
What?
Dear God.
Did I get it wrong?
Okay. No. All right, so let's talk about incident response for a minute. Now, I mean, come on. It's the Appalachian Institute of Digital Evidence. Incident response is kind of important there. So, but incident response is very important.
Appalachian.
Sorry?
Appalachian. We're very picky about how you pronounce it.
Oh, you're wrong.
Okay, whatever.
Appalachian. You know, I grew up in New Jersey. I live in Delaware now. And there's a city in both of those states that are spelled Newark. In New Jersey, it's Newark. In Delaware, it's Newark. So I understand. It's Appalachian. Did I get that right, Bill?
Yes. Sure.
Bill?
Jeez.
Okay, well, hopefully I got it right. Anyway, so incident response being so important, you have to make sure that you're ready for it. Okay, you've got to prepare. You've got to identify, contain, mitigate, and then you've got to learn the lessons. The problem is, most of the time, we don't learn any lessons from incident response. Well, what do you mean? We don't learn how to get ready for the next one. We don't learn how to talk to people. We don't learn how to move forward to be ready for the next time we need incident response. And come on, let's be honest. When's the last time you knew you'd never have to get ready for incident response again?
Now, when looking at all of this, you say to yourself, well, which one's the most important? From an SME expert point of view, they're all important. You know, if you are not doing your tabletop exercises and your policies are correct along with your standards and your guidelines, then doing a lessons learned document after an incident, you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot. You know, when you're looking at how to identify the who, what, where, when, how, and most important, why, right? You have to go through your tabletops, like we said back in the prepare stage, to understand your contain stage. And from there, it's doing the forensic analysis. It's handing off the data, handing off the methods that you're learning and that we're teaching to be able to say to a law enforcement officer, here's what I did, here's how you duplicate it, and here's the result that it should come out with.
Effectively, all of these steps should build on each other. We should prepare because you learned from the last one. We should understand the root cause analysis. I know who does those. Because you learned from the last one. Everything you do should build on the previous step, the previous incident, the case. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Even if you've never done one before, we can learn how from AIDE, from Bill's teachings, from various books and courses and things that we read on the internet, because nobody ever relies on the internet. Sorry, I had to put that in there. We can learn what to do even if we've never done one before. All right? We all stand on the shoulders of giants. So, why do we do IR? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Something's going to happen. We know that. We instinctively know that. Why? Because it happened to us when we went exploring in the dark web. Because it happened to us when I didn't go exploring, I just got fished on email. I mean, how many people here have never, ever, ever been fished? Yeah, not many hands, I'm betting. Okay? But to a business person, is the need as instinctive as it is to a technologist? Okay? I don't know. Is it instinctive? No, I don't think so. We know it's when. We get asked if. That's not the right question.
I'm sorry. When talking about IR, the counter business case, like Josh was saying, is when will we get hit, right? You can't answer that. What is the percent chance that we'll get hit? How much is it going to cost me if we get hit?
And most importantly,
will the preparations, the incident, the remediation, will they stop my ability to see cat photos? Because, like, honestly, these things are killer.
Cat photos are the most important thing on the internet. Let's be honest here. So if you can't see cat photos, we're done. We're done. Okay. But they're going to say if. Again, they're going to expound on that if.
Yeah.
They're going to say, what's the percent? They're going to say, well, are you sure? Really? They're going to say, yeah, look, I don't know when. Could be tomorrow. Could be next year, but it's going to happen.
Josh, you know, it's really funny, though, when businesses do get hit by a breach or they have an insider threat hit them or there is some form of removing money in any way from a business,
Okay.
those businesses end up spending more on security than before they're breached.
Oh, of course. I mean, you've got massive costs associated with incident response. Let's talk about the. I know you're talking about this all day. I apologize, but the costs include everything from immediate remediation, immediate incident response, long-term code changes, loss of productivity, credit monitoring, depending on what kind of data. You've got all kinds of different costs that are associated with an incident, and those costs are monstrously unpleasant. So. The problem is that a business person doesn't want to even think about those costs. They go, yeah. They go, are you sure? Is it positive? I mean, you really want to tell me that? And we go, well, look, I'd rather spend $20,000 now than $50,000 later. And you can easily add zeros onto that, by the way.
So when a business looks at security or IT in general, 9 times out of 10, they're going to see it as what's known as a cost center. Okay, it's not a profit, revenue generating part of the business. It costs them money, right? So to be able to understand how to translate that, you have to understand the speaking of different languages from IR to business. So looking at the real world, we say, well, how does a geek look at things versus how does the business person look at things?
We say things like, if we don't replace the Cisco fire, we're going to get hit with it painful, it's going to cost money, it's going to be a problem. But the business person says, well, it works now, right? I don't understand. If it's not broke, why would I fix it? And hey, if you take it down to replace it, don't I lose access to my cat pictures? That's problems. And when will it actually break? Tell me when it's going to break. At which point I point them at the Dilbert cartoon and say, if you'd like a schedule of all unplanned events, I'd be happy to provide it to you. I've included tornadoes, supervolcanoes, and Martians landing.
You know, Dilbert gives a lot of really great advice in a snarky way, but a lot of great advice that could actually be used to parlay what AIDE is teaching now to how business actually works.
You know, Scott Adams was a Novell administrator and engineer for many years.
Yeah.
So, sorry. So we say it's going to cost $150K to replace the firewall, VPN concentrator, segment the network, and pull sufficient log data to get value out of it.
Yeah.
They say, well, if we segment the network, does it increase the security? We go, yeah. They go, okay, but does it work now? Yes. Well, then why would we do it? Well, because it'll help us be more secure. I I'm sorry, if it works now, I don't see any reason to change.
2 words, like I said earlier, cost, center.
Yeah.
What's it going to cost to do that segmentation? Sure, the return on it may be a more secure network, less able to pivot and so on and so forth, but really, is it going to cost?
Because they say it's not in the budget. And you go, yeah, well, let me explain something to you. If these things that we're talking about in this conversation break, we lose $1 million an hour. And they go, oh, I found money. And that's what you have to do. You have to explain the ramifications, the business case, the problems that will occur if these problems actually, if the issues crop up, and we're going to lose much, much more than it would if we fixed or remediated the issues, a magic money will be found. Or there'll be a business case to understand how we can make that money appear in the next budget cycle, in the next month, the next quarter, the next year. You've got to make it a business case, not a technology case. It's literally that simple. How do I, as a technical person, make the topic relatable? How do I make it explanatory? How do I elucidate? How do I say, well, you're a business person, what do you care about? And I go, well, you care about money, you care about revenue, you care about costs, you care about service being uptime, which I care about too. Care about uptime. You care about all the different things about the business. So how do I make it business relevant? That's really simple. You put it in business terms. We've got a great example there, but it's pretty long. Okay? The example is pretty simple. Instead of going, oh, it's port 80, you go, our website went down. Well, it was a 443 attack. Our certificate doesn't have a good cipher on it.
And to take that a step further, it's not just that the website went down, it's that now our online presence and marketing is not being effective, therefore we can't generate new customers, which means new revenue. Right? So learning to speak fluent businessese is really a big part of this. For the technical person, he's going to say, well, simply put, our network is flat, our Active Directory isn't grouped properly, and with the proper separation of duties, right? Well, business person, look at how long the explanations are on the slide. The business explanation and the justification for that one technical resource, okay? And then go look at what the C-level exec would say.
Or what you would tell the C-level exec.
Yeah, there goes our budget. But if the sales move faster, it will help with our quarterly numbers.
And if you can make it relevant as a marketing terminology or a marketing justification, it helps a lot. If you go, hey, we want to increase the security of our customer data, we want to increase the security of our network, and we want to use that as a marketing point to say, we've upped our security, we make your data even safer than ever before. And the marketing department goes, hey, we can use that. Then guess what you turn into from a cost center to a revenue center.
You know, we were just down in Orlando presenting at InfoSec World, and that's why we're here. But our presentation was about a very simple concept, and I'm going to kick it to you and let you talk about it. Go ahead, Josh. I have to do this because it is so important that everyone, I don't care who you are, understand this core common concept.
Okay, so thank you for putting me on the spot. I do appreciate it.
I'm making my point.
Always. So we just presented at InfoSec World and in Orlando. It was a great conference, by the way. I really, really recommend it. It's unfortunate it was the same time as AIDE because we'd love to be there in West Virginia. What we talked about was that the technology is only worth 5%. If you go talk to a venture capitalist and you say, hey, what do you care about? They're going to say, I care about the business. I care about the team. I care about their history. I care about their implementation. You go, what about the technology? This is a direct quote that was said to me by a venture capitalist, a serious guy. He invests billions of dollars. He said, I only care about the technology 5%. I mean, that took me aback, but I understood after a bit. An incredible technology with poor implementation is pretty much worthless. An incredible implementation of a mediocre technology is worth millions to billions of dollars. So the technology that you use, the technology that you discuss, the technology issues that you can bring up, they don't mean much to a business person. They just don't. I mean, they might if you can describe them and elucidate on them in a manner that makes sense to them. if you can explain them in a way that they understand the monetary, the social, the goodwill, the breach impact, the ramifications. But if you can't explain those things in business language, you're not speaking the language they care about or understand.
Which brings us to our next topic. And the reason that I wanted you to hear this was because we want to be able to get across how to make your point, right? And in making your point, it's very simple. You explain big things in very clear, small, simple sentences. So, why do you need the budget? When do you need the budget? And is it going to interrupt me from hitting my numbers as a business, as a salesperson, as a marketing person, as a C-level exec, this quarter, this half year, right?
Exactly.
1 quarter, 2 quarters, annual, whatever, right? By doing this, how can you protect and how can you improve what's going on with the business? How do you ensure that the business moves in the correct direction in a secure manner? And a lot of people have a really hard time being able to make your point.
So, we've got to ask, why does the business stuff matter? I mean, if the technology works, isn't the business in business? Does it really matter if they understand? Does it really matter if things are, working on the revenue center side? We've got the technology working. Leave us alone. And the answer is no. A business is an organism. Okay, I'm not going to get into the Citizens United deal or whatever like that, but a business is an organism. You've got to have the things that make the process, the tool, the product. Okay, you've got to have the technical departments that make things work. But at the end of the day, the technical departments facilitate the delivery of the company's products and services. They may also do the support. They may build the products and services, but they are there to get them into the customer's hands. The administration makes sure you're getting paid. Because I don't know about you, but if I don't get a paycheck, I got a problem. If you don't get a paycheck, aren't you going to leave? I mean, you're not getting paid to be there. Don't leave right now. It's okay. But if you don't get a paycheck, you're walking out of the company. So if you don't get paid, if payroll doesn't work, we've got a problem. All right, sales make sure the customers are coming in. If you don't get customers coming in, you don't get paid, you leave, the facilitation of the delivery of the service and product goes away, and guess what? The company falls apart. The executives balance all these needs. They make sure that the budgets are right, they make sure that everything is good, they make sure that things are working correctly. And you know what you need, but do you know what everybody else needs? The execs have to.
In the end, we all need to dance.
No, we do not need to dance. Somebody can hit him. It's okay, nobody minds. Look, the executives have to make sure they don't go over budget. If they go over budget, they lose their job. If the company closes down, everybody goes away. Okay? Yep. So they have to balance what you're saying we need to do. We need to spend $150,000 on a VPN concentrator versus if I spend $150,000 and go over budget, and the VC might pull the funding. So can we spend $75 and $75 and a quarter? You go, well, no, it's a box. I got to buy a box. It's $150,000. And they go, well, then you're going to have to wait a quarter. You have to make the case for that VPN concentrator or whatever that will protect your enterprise. Okay, being proactive. This is the whole point of being proactive. You have to make the business case for these things in a way that they'll understand. How about this? Can we guarantee 75 this quarter? I can see if I can get a one pile of it, and then next quarter we'll do the other 75, pay for the whole thing, and then we'll have paid for the VPN concentrator, but we'll be protected the whole time. And then get executive. We'll go, well, that's it. I mean, as long as we get it in place, I'm golden with that. And that's the way you do things. Again, you have to make it business relevant.
So, in making it business relevant, I hope that we've been able to get the point across to you on how to communicate, how to put it in businessese, right? And how to really show the value behind what you do. More often than not, we as security people have to make the case for what we do. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks having to make the case for your job.
Every day, every hour, every whatever. How often you get told, hey, why do you do what you do? Because I don't understand it,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is. So I think what we're going to do now is, Megan, Can you throw up the feed from AIDE, please?
Is that possible?
Hey, you've got a
Yeah.
ceiling. I love it.
We can't turn the laptop easily because we don't have much
And then
room.
you want to come to us too in the lower?
So if anybody there at AIDE can turn the camera slightly.
Well, we have
Hey,
very
look
short
at
cables.
that.
We have the issue of having very short cables. So
Angle the screen. Okay, you can see a screen.
yeah.
See, the shit all on the way.
So does anybody have any questions, comments, good jokes? Talk.
I'm afraid of disconnecting.
Yeah, that's not much you're going to see from us.
That's fine.
That's fine. Then you don't have to do a little relay if you don't mind. But anybody have any comments or questions?
Or you can just come up here and ask them.
Sure.
That'd be the easiest thing to do, yes.
Bueller. It's copyrighted. Never mind. I'm sorry. Anyone?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many people there are actually responsible for incident response?
I see 2 in the room right now.
Okay.
Anyone else?
How hard is it for you to get funding done for your company if you don't put it in a business case?
Very hard.
Have you learned to put it in a business case for them? And if you have, was it something that you were just sort of naturally able to do, or did you have to learn how?
It involves covert pictures and risk analysis.
It involves covert pictures and risk analysis.
Okay, well said, well done. You know, our whole point is that incident response and risk analysis are very, very well tied together. You're absolutely correct. If you can tie them together and put a business case in place, you can do something that actually will protect you a significant amount more. Of course, then you run into the next problem, we didn't go into that, which is if you protect somebody against an attack that never actually happens or gets aborted before it even starts, do they still value what you do? Or do they need to see the whole thing come crashing down before they realize, wow, these guys are amazing. We love them if we're going to pay their salaries for the next 5 years.
You know, more often than not, it's the latter of the two cases.
Yeah.
You know, companies need to suffer a breach to understand how much money they really need to put into it.
It's
to
difficult.
mitigate it. And it is such a difficult decision for C-level execs to understand.
So, how many of you have comprehensive incident response plans for your enterprises?
How many of you have
About 400 people will raise their hands.
400 people.
Yes. No.
Considering the audience, I somehow don't think so.
Prove me wrong. No, I'm sure that the people I know here have incident response plans.
How many times have you, Bill, how many times? What, Adrian, what are you wearing on your head?
What is on your head?
It's a dead skunk.
Is he joking, Bill?
Doesn't stink.
It's actually a dead skunk. I'm not surprised at all, Adrian. Anyway,
You have to get in character.
really had to come to Appalachian.
Did you bring your banjo?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so
Rock the buggery maybe, but not the banjo. No.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you for some feedback.
Listen
Did what
in.
we sense? Did what we say make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Was it a legitimate talk that you feel you got some value out of?
Yes. And see head nods. Yes.
That's good. I'm glad. I appreciate that. If you have any questions, we're more than happy to answer. We're definitely not unapproachable.
John, any questions?
Bueller.
Wow, I feel
Scratch over the
in excruciating detail, which I don't think we did.
I don't.
It was, wait.
No questions. I appreciate you all talking and taking the time to do this remotely. Next time it's required you have to be here.
Here.
We will be there next year, not a problem. How's that sound?
So the plan.
Here with bells on.
Oh, you don't have to wear bells, but that's the icing on the cake.
Okay, apparently dead skunks are required, however, so I don't know.
Not next year. That's this year. That's this year's requirement. Next year, I think
What's
we'll get
next
to.
year's requirement?
Sorry,
What's next year's requirement?
but you actually be here.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's a lot easier than a dead skunk. No problem.
Hey, thank you for your time. Thank you to AIDE. Thank you. ITPro.tv. Guys, go and check them out. Go check out what ITPro.tv is doing. You can sign up for a free account, start viewing videos, and then if it's something that you like, the prices really are not that bad. And it's great content delivered by very knowledgeable industry level professionals.
We're kind of impressed. They let us use their server room as a studio. It's kind of cool. I mean, you can sort of see it. It's very, very neat. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.